Welcome to the Follow Your True Azimuth micro podcast. Our guest today is Will Lundgren. Will is a licensed alcohol and drug abuse counselor in New Hampshire and an SAP with the Department of Transportation. Will, tell us about a time when you struggled to follow your true azimuth.
The time that I failed to reach my true azimuth was a time of great discovery for myself and for those around me. I found out who my supports were. I found out what my true azimuth really was and had been my whole life. And I found out what would take me from my true azimuth. So, shortly after being divorced, I was a very influential person, and I needed to have someone in my life. My true azimuth before that point was to be in the corrections, law enforcement, and substance use field, where I worked as a probation and parole officer and had a caseload of individuals with substance use related crimes. So, shortly after being divorced, I found myself searching for someone to occupy my time, as my true azimuth magnet field had lost some strength, as I had lost a partner. So I found this person, and what took me from my true azimuth in reaching that was this person's true azimuth was not related to my true azimuth. It was actually the opposite. But as a weak person and not a strong magnetic field for my true azimuth, I went in the direction of someone else's true azimuth. That's where I erred. I reached out to my family, I reached out to my friends, and they helped guide me away from this magnetic field that this other person had, and more focused on what my true azimuth was, and that was getting back in the field of substance use and mental health as a counselor, as a licensed drug and alcohol counselor. So after 5 years of struggling and 5 years of recovery, I am now a licensed alcohol and drug counselor in Massachusetts and New Hampshire, and I was just granted the SAP credential with NADAC. So my true azimuth has been re-found. I am back on the right track. And who I have to thank for that is a number of people. But first and foremost, it would be Scott Graham, because he's the one that I met in 2003 that began my journey to be where I am today. So Scott, thank you for your guidance. Thank you for your support. And to all those other persons that helped guide me to correct me and help me find my true azimuth, I also thank you.
Will, thank you for being on the show today.
Thank you for listening to my story, and thank you for any feedback I get from my story that will help guide me and others to a better understanding of things that may have been offered that other people have different views on, which are always valuable, and I love to hear. Thank you.